and my soul to be fashioned after his. On social media, there are many people who claim to be practicing Catholics/Christians, yet promote immodesty, foolishness, or sinful forms of music and entertainment. Their public activity reveals that they have not overcome themselves or the world to a sufficient degree. They shut out grace or outright sin by their activity. St. Basil. Neither can a soul preoccupied with cares of this life and darkened with the passions of the lust of the flesh receive the rays of the Holy Ghost. Countless people who have not overcome themselves to a sufficient degree consequently have an extremely short attention span, especially for things that are spiritual or valuable. But they give plenty of attention to what is not valuable or is a waste of time. They are often unable to concentrate, to be silent for any significant period of time, or to give their attention to what they should, without quickly being diverted to something else. They also lack the necessary humility and fear of the Lord. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Pope St. Gregory the Great. He who would gather virtue without humility carries dust against the wind. St. Benedict. The first degree of humility then is that a man always has the fear of God before his eyes, shunning all forgetfulness, and that he is ever mindful of all that God has commanded, that he always considers in his mind how those who despise God will burn in hell for their sins, and that life everlasting is prepared for those who fear God. St. Basil. In every deed and every word hold before your eyes the judgment of Christ, so that every individual action being referred to that exact and awful examination may bring you glory in the day of retribution. Few are truly humble and willing to learn in goodwill from the people or sources that God has put on their path. St. Basil. There is no lack in these days of captious listeners and questioners, but to find a character desirous of information and seeking the truth as a remedy for ignorance is very difficult. Humility is foundational to the spiritual life. It's inextricably connected to resisting the devil, submitting to God, and receiving grace.